Hello and welcome to IRL F3 round 11. It's Australia and we head to Melbourne. I am Sondre Sorhaug doing comms for you today with not Brandon. Today we have a new face here, Caden Forbes.
Hello everybody.
And what are we thinking about today, Caden? Obviously Australia not the most exciting track for racing, but what do you think?
There could be a few different strategies, maybe some people qualifying on mediums, or maybe some people trying a softer medium, which is possible around here, but it'll be a stretch, but we could see some interesting strategy. And rain is always a possibility.
You do have a point there. In the meantime, I can see that we have a few drivers out on track already. Both the Mercedeses on track among them.
A couple guys out on hard.
Who's gonna be the first one on the lap? It looks like a Williams maybe.
Yeah, the Williams is just coming up to the chicane.
I think it should be Sander then, being the first driver who's gonna go on the lap. Sander, who's haven't been here from the start of the season, but he's had a tremendous few races when he's raced. I think he's been on the podium for the last 6 races he's done. So
Philip is just coming around to the final corner to start his lap on the mediums.
Alright then,
Let's go on board with him.
The McLaren, he's gonna be the first one to set a lap then. On the mediums though, that's interesting, a little early maybe.
The Red Bull gets half his way there. A 27.6 in the first sector, we don't know how good that is compared to the others.
That is so very true. But coming on
Through the
to
chicane.
11 and 12, probably one of the places we'll see some drivers spinning today.
Yeah, very tough corner. I've been there myself in quali yesterday. I don't know a few others did as well.
I almost been there, I don't know, 3 or 4 times in the race yesterday, so...
Yeah, you've been to other corners instead.
To be fair, it was just a bad track for me yesterday, nothing worked. But nonetheless, Philip coming up to the line, he's gonna be the first one to set a lap. It's a 24/7, and I feel quite confident saying that we will see that lap getting... Oh, and there we see it
does a 22.7 on mediums, very good lap.
That looked very good, and then obviously Johnny Greenwood back after some races away again in the McLaren this time, doing a 25.1. What about our championship leader Halvor Schöntveit? He's coming around the last few corners. He's already on soft tires, so he's looked pretty set on strategy today. And then he goes into the pit, so maybe I'm wrong. Last week's race winner Ivan Brito through the last corner now. He's on soft tires. This should surely be for pole then.
Just about half second in it.
You're right, just about actually, so...
A good lap from Tack on the mediums, he could be looking strong.
Oh yeah, oh, and Luke Baker, I was going over to him, but it looks like he's lost it on his lap. Team Brucedale is in the Ferrari though. Probably one of the more unlucky drivers in this tier this season, been up there on pace many times, but hasn't seemed to quite get it together. He was dominant in pre-season, so I still think we will see some better results from him at some point.
He's low on ERS, so I think he could be pitting here. Yeah, he has pit.
You're right. I think he
The
invalidated
Williams
that lap.
of
Luke Baker, that is.
Luke is coming around for a lap at the moment.
He's going on to a lap. Oh, ooh. Oh no, he's going into the pit.
Shane just on a 23.7 on mediums, a decent lap. He could be up there for.
Oh, and I think he's going for another one actually.
It looks like he's on a cooldown lap. I think he ran out of fuel here.
Sure, he is pushing in hot lap, but no, he's not
He's
pushing
going really
anymore.
slow. I think he's run out.
You're right. Well, let's see. Next driver who will probably do a lap is probably our championship leader then. Everybody else is in the pit or on their way into the
Sanders
pit.
doing a long run on hard. He's 4 attempts off on his lap at the moment, and he's boxed. Everybody. Yeah. The only person out on track at the moment is Halvor on an outlap on the soft, so he could be looking strong for pole here. He's come around the final corner now. Start his lap. Let's go on board with Halvor to see what he can do.
Let's see then, Halvor over the line, starting his lap into turn 1. Quite a crucial corner to get right. You can lose a lot of time here or gain a lot of time.
So the apex pretty much bang on there.
And into this a little more twisty section. A lot of places where it's easy to lose the back end here, Kane.
Yes, as I did as well. A good first sector, 26.6. Ooh, almost won.
It's still looking good. Then coming up to this chicane here.
Good through here, good on the traction.
Curb and looks good so far. And up to one of the most crucial places on this track, turn 11, 12.
Could be an invalidation.
I'm not sure. I feel like he might have been a little too cautious there, but he's still pushing, so I don't think he's invalidated. Nonetheless, coming around the last few corners then. Let's see what he can do as he comes out of the last corner, and he should be going over the line in just a few moments.
Good lap from him.
Provisional pole with a 21.6 and quite far ahead of the rest.
Very good lap.
Let's see, Woolly Mammoth. That should be Craig Woolley. Going on hard tires.
Wide load Billy just spun it. He just spun it. Billy Mossam has just spun it. He has wing damage. He's got the car back moving again.
Tim Bruce-Dalen's doing here though? He's... Oh, and there we go.
And he's... Oh, yeah, there.
See, what was he doing there? He went on a lap right behind Craig Woolley, I think, and...
Not very sensible.
That is bad calculated by Tim before starting his lap, and then...
I think they could both have been on a lap as well. That could be investigated by the stewards.
They were both on laps, I think.
Yellows in sector 2 and 3.
Callum Anderson in his Mercedes did a good race last week. And coming up to this chicane.
Bit of a moment, but not too much time lost. He's going for the yellow flag area at the moment. There could be a slow tour also. That could be an invalidation. He's 8 attempts off on his lap and he's gone into the gravel. Tom is on the lap at the moment, on the mediums. On come around to the final corner, let's see what we can do.
Tom Spicer, he's coming up to the line and
Just ahead of his, just ahead of Shane.
Sondre, he's coming around the last corner
Baker
now
just
on
done
mediums.
a soft lap, he's gone into P8 with that.
Sondre Sorhaug over the line and it's P3.
Ivan just went second, 3/10 off pole on the softs. Good lap by him.
And I can see that we have some supporters for Philip here. It's always nice to see. As Thomas should be on a lap in his Mercedes. Thomas been there in the championship fight all season, but dropped off after the first few races with just too many mistakes everywhere, Caden. And as Tracy, you look like he's coming a little back, so
he's 7/10 up on his lap, so it should be good.
Let's see then. He needs to get that last sector together too.
Good exit around here.
Though, as Calm is out of quali, so I think he's been to that someplace. Sector 3.
Coming around the final corner for Thomas.
Oh, he's pinned it in there. Alright. Well,
that's very unusual.
Thomas McIver.
Oh, he's invalidated. It was a 21-1, but he invalidated. Thomas is looking very strong. If he can just hook a lap up, that's not invalidated. He should be looking good for the race.
Yes. Is there? Well, Philip is coming around the last corner to finish a lap on the soft tires and goes P5. Let's see who's gonna be the next one on the lap. Tom Spicer, is he? He's still on the lap.
Christos has just come through the first corner at the moment on the lap.
We're gonna switch over to Christos after Tommy's finished his lap then.
He's backing off now, I think. He's turned down the RS.
Who, Christos?
Yeah.
Did he invalidate the first corner or?
Oh no, he's going again, never mind. 27.4 in the first sector.
Alright, well, Tom Spicer coming around the last corner to finish his lap and goes P6.
23.1 on mediums. Beats a few soft runners there. Good lap on him.
Then we have Christos Calamidas coming through turn 11 and 12. Looks good through there. Into the final sector for the Racing Point driver. Is Matt Romano gonna juke me for the second time this week? He hasn't retired yet, but he usually don't do quali as Christos aborts his lap.
Let's hope he does quali for once. It would be great. Tim is on a lap at the moment. He's just coming into the third sector.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Coming around here. He needs to get a lap together before it's too late. As Jigermal Jonsson has joined, that is one of the Haas drivers, so he will be starting from the back then.
I-22 dead from Tim. Good lap there.
Good lap indeed.
Ivan has gone out on mediums weirdly, even though he set a lap on soft.
Interesting. Does he think he can improve by that much on the medium tires?
I mean, it will be a long shot, but he can try.
Oh, as Sondre has lagged out, I assume, so hopefully he can rejoin before quali is finished.
Yeah.
He should have another
lagged out just before starting his soft lap as well, so the AI is going to do it.
Well, To be fair, Sondre is sitting in a good position in 4th on medium so far, obviously. Pole on softs would be better. Nonetheless, though, Ivan Brito has boarded this
Langfeld's
time.
on the lap at the moment on soft. He should be on a good lap here. Seven tenths up on his previous best lap already. Sanders managed to get back in, which is good.
Let's see then, coming up to turn 11 and 12, we're going into the last 2 minutes of quali.
A second up on his lap.
A second, that
Yellow
would
flag,
be,
sector 1.
that would put him 5th so far. He needs to go a little quicker than that.
Good through that corner there.
Let's see then, just 2 more corners for Langfjell. The second to last corner looks good, clips the curve a little. Then for the little run up to the line, it's gonna be a
Pole for Langfell.
Oh,
Just ahead of his teammate.
just about ahead of his teammate.
400 exactly. Good lap. The Alfa Romeo's looking strong, but Bjorn's on the lap at the moment.
Oh no, you got it wrong.
Oh.
Bjorn has
Oh,
just finished his lap. It's Halvor who's in a lap. He's gonna kick
Yeah,
back
I
now.
meant to say that. Oh, and Thomas is retired. Thomas is retired. I don't know if that's in the pits. It could have been a crash because there are yellow flags.
No, he was out on track.
I suspect it could be in coming up to sector 2 on the left right hand, the flat right hander. Because there's a yellow flag there, and Craig retired also.
Halvor coming into the second to last corner now. On to the finish straight. Is he gonna beat Langfjell over the line? And it's not.
Oh,
And in the
Langfell's got a good
meantime,
lap there.
Matt Romano is out on track. He is
Oh.
looking like he's doing quality, but he has juked me earlier this week, so I'm not gonna get too excited by this again.
He's on his lap now. He's got no fuel.
Well, nonetheless, Matt coming up to turn 11, 12. I believe it's Luke Baker behind him, who's also on the lap. Looks
Yeah, that's gonna
good
get quite
from
awkward.
Matt there. Obviously, with Matt never doing quali, his teammate has outperformed him in quali every time. But then again, not too difficult beating somebody who doesn't actually do quali. But he's gonna run over the line actually. So he's gonna do quali. It's the first time I've seen Matt Romano do quali.
Oh,
and
what?
he
He's
goes
done
11th.
it. He's done it. 11th. Oh, he's done a quali.
Matt Romano.
This is a historic day.
Oh, just a 10th off his teammate too, and Shane has aborted his lap, I think, or messed up his lap. One of the two.
So the two Alpha boys looking out the front row. Good performance from them. TNR Langfell
Alphas on pole.
and Halvor. I have a feeling they're gonna leave each other a lot of room going into turn 1. They don't wanna have an incident.
Well, the two Alphas has been racing pretty fair against each other earlier this season, but
and the Alphas crashed into the racing point.
Almost kind of wrapped up the team constructor championship already, with both of them performing at their best almost every race, while other people does bottle. So
yeah,
I know that they're gonna They're never gonna. They're not gonna be crashing with each other, but they are gonna be racing harder against each other later in
Hard
the
but fair,
season.
let's hope.
Hard but fair, yeah. There's a thin line there.
Yes, and it's not very hard to cross that line.
Exactly. And we have Bjorn Einar Langfield on pole, just 400s ahead of his teammate Halvor Schontveit. We have Ivan Brito in third. Again, bringing in another good performance there. Tim Bruce Dalins in fourth. Shane in fifth. Sondre Sorhaug in sixth. Philip
On the
Dacek in
mediums,
seventh. Then I didn't. Well, I should have it. Thomas McIver in 8th, so not the best performance by him today. Obviously it is on mediums. Billy Mossam should be 9th and Christos Kalmides in 10th.
Sanders in a
Matrimony in
really good
11th.
position today. On the mediums, he's starting quite high up. He's set good luck on the mediums. He should be one to watch out for the race. He's my tip to win.
Well, you're talking about tip to win, and we are gonna do our tradition. We're gonna guess the top 3 in the race. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. Let's see here. So, I'm gonna go with Langfield taking the win. I feel like he needs to get a little back at his teammate now, and I think that he's gonna do exactly that today. Then for second, I think we're gonna see Ivan Brito in second, and in third, Halvor has been on a good roll lately, but I think we're gonna see Tim there today. I feel like he wants to get a good performance in again. So, oh no,
Yeah.
wait a moment. Haugerud is starting 6th on mediums. It's gonna be Haugerud in third then.
Yeah, I'm thinking Halgor for the win. He's just going to out-strategy everyone, but I think Langfeld will be second. He's going to be the fastest on pure pace, I think. And I think Brito will be third, and Halvor just outside of the podium places.
Alright, fair enough. As we're on the formation lap, in the meantime, I can already see that F2 have already gotten underway with their race. Obviously a shame for F2, but there are not that many racers there today.
Yeah, we're rather unfortunate.
I feel the most bad for a commentator, like more interesting with more drivers. So I guess we're the lucky ones.
Yeah, nobody's crashed on the formation lap yet, which is always good.
Nobody's crashed on the formation lap. Well, I mean, there isn't that often that people crash on formation laps.
Yeah, I've done it myself.
Well, true. It happens sometimes, but yeah. And we can see them coming up to the grid now. Langfield from pole position. He's been in this situation before. He's done well in this situation before. And he needs to catch a little up to his teammate again, so...
The cameras aren't very good.
Let's see then.
Langfeld on the right, Halvor on the left. Who's going to get a better launch? And there's 5 red lights.
Well, it's 5 red lights about now, and away we go, and it looks like a fairly decent start from both of the alphas. However, the Haas of Ivan Brito looks good too, but they're 3 wide at some point behind there. And right now, look at this. Tim Brucedale is up to 3rd. Ivan Brito is down to 5th. And look
They're
at
going
this
3 wide in the
behind.
back. Ooh,
And everybody actually got
good
through
move from
there.
Thomas
And
to get
Haugerud is
Sander there.
losing positions right now, but oh my god, it looked like Tim lost his rear there. And look at this, it's Shane
Yellows.
sticking his nose in there, and the yellows, I'm not sure who that was actually.
Jägermal is as fun. He's got wing damage, minor wing damage.
Ah, too bad for the...
You know Matt doing poorly, he pulled over to the side to start a race and let everyone through.
Yeah, well, I'm not too surprised by that.
Control. A commanding lead from Langford at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this, Thomas McIver right on the back of Philip Dutchak. Britain versus Croatia, and Croatia is still ahead. But now that I think Thomas might have gotten the position, but Philip doesn't give it up. They're still side by side, but I think...
Oh, and the Ferrari's coming to get Philip there. He's gone side by side with the Ferrari now.
Philip fought well, but he had to concede in the end, and now we have Haugerud on the back of Philip. He's Haugerud on the outside of Philip.
And he's got to move down.
And they gone side by side through the first two corners.
Philip's looking on his inside. I reckon he's going to dive a hit, and he does. Oh, that's a bit wide.
And that's a little too deep by the McLaren driver.
Thomas also in the gravel as well, but he didn't lose any time.
Losing a lot of position. Oh, and Shane is
Shane's retired.
Oh, and look at that car. Please, every driver, remember ghosting is off, so you will crash out if you try to go through that car.
Looks like there's no safety car here.
Oh, well, I mean, that should be a safety car considering where it stands, but this is F1.
Yeah, of course it should be. But yeah, F1.
Let's see here. Ooh.
The leader's going fairly the same pace now. 1.5 seconds covering.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Tim is hanging on to the 2 Alphas right now.
Yellow flags.
Oh,
and the Renault
as
retired.
Jägermal is
out.
Oh, and the virtual.
I'll be surprised if anyone boxed here.
Well, to be fair, you could save a lot of time boxing under a virtual safety car.
Oh, Callum was going to come in.
Oh no, Craig Woolley has sped under the virtual, and he's
coming in, and Matt is also coming in as well. Matt goes onto the hard.
Back to racing. Oh, and look at this. Tim has gotten a great safety car restart. He's right on the back of Halvor. He's going to be looking for a move into this chicane right now, I think. He's going to have to go for the outside line. He's going to try dragging around the outside. They're making contact. They both gotten through, and this Tim ahead.
And he's got the move on.
Oh, but look at this though. Halvor is going to come back at him.
The Haas of Brito looking there as well. He could sneak in there.
Oh yeah, and look at this. Halvor is going to be under attack from Ivan now. The Portuguese driver, but he stays behind Halvor for the time being.
For all this, Langfeld now has a 1.8 second lead. Yellow 3 sec 3 yellow flag. Langfeld's breaking away. He 1.8 seconds.
Oh yeah, this battling between Tim and Halvor has gifted Langfeld a good, comfortable lead right now.
Yeah, Halvor's looking for the DRS, and he's looking for a move.
Oh, and Halvor is gonna dive it. He's gonna try. Nah, he was looking for an outside move there. Tim goes a little deep.
Callum Anderson in the pits. And he got.
Oh, and look at this. Tim Brucedale is heavily pressured. Oh, as he loses the back end a little. Could have been a crash and a half. Oh,
Langfell's
but
got wing
look at
damage.
this. Halvor around the outside of Tim Bruce
Oh, no, he hasn't.
Daly's team breaks later. This is a difficult track to overtake on, and Tim is a fairly aggressive driver usually, so it's not going to be an easy task for Halvor here.
Langfell's pulled out the gap to 2.2 seconds. He's really breaking away now. He's doing really well.
Oh, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. On the other hand, Halvor is trying to do everything he can do.
And the other Ferrari of Billy has caught up to the back of this train.
Right now it looks like like a battle between the two Alphas, the two Ferraris, and one of the Hasses.
The two medium runners of Thomas and Sander are making good progress. Especially Thomas, he could be onto this train a bit.
Oh, look at Halvor. Oh, Langfield has made a huge mistake somewhere because he's lost a lot of time.
Yeah, 8 tenths.
The other end, they're kind of just sitting behind each other right now.
Philip in the pit lane, he got a penalty. Oh, very wide for there. Halvor's ball moved on.
Oh, and I just about didn't caught that. I saw somebody else making a move further down. But Tim behind Halvor. I don't think this battle is over.
I was looking on the Ferrari.
Looking like Tim
he's
is
alongside,
he's alongside.
Oh, very risky. The Alpha's already broken away.
Oh,
7
it hasn't.
tenths.
As long as Tim is within DRS, he's gonna be a danger for Halvor.
Langfell's falling back a bit.
Yeah, Langfield seems like he's struggling more now, or... Oh, and look at this, Billy is fancying a run on Ivan. It's gonna be too difficult when Ivan has DRS on on Billy's teammate.
Halvor's catching his teammate a lot. Halvor seems like to be the fastest person on the track at the moment. Watch out for a lead battle. Almost in DRS.
Well, the question is, with how difficult it is to actually pass someone on this track, and with them being two teammates in the leader, are we gonna see Halvor being aggressive enough to actually
He's in DRS now. Well, he was.
Oh, nonetheless though, Ivan Breda is getting even closer to Tim now. Billy has fallen a little off these two. As Tim is trying to drag himself
Thomas on the mediums is catching up to the back of this train.
Oh, he is, and look at that. The Mercedes, he's gonna fancy a move soon, but and that is Tim out!
He's out.
And I saw exactly where that was, out of turn 12. The car went and he was in the wall. What about Halvor now? He's getting close to Langfield and he's getting a great run onto the main straight. They're side by side. Halvor Shantwit is gonna take the lead from his teammate Langfield going into the first corner. What about further down? We can see that Ivan, he's obviously lost a little time with that crash from Tim. Billy, what happened to Billy?
Oh, Langfield.
Oh, and the two Alphas have just
that is a dangerous place to park it. Oh, when he's crashed into the Williams as well, Sander. I think he should be okay. Oh, and he's got a 5-second penalty for that.
Oh, and Thomas MacIver right on the back of Langfield now, one of the two Alphas involved
Tack
in this.
is looking very good here on the mediums, but Brito's sneaked into the lead because of this.
Well, that is too bad to hear, Tim.
Watch out for Billy. He's gone on the hards. He pitted this lap, and with the undercut, he was not far off Brito, and he could be getting in the lead here.
The hards is they're so bad on the first lap though, but obviously with everything that's
and Sanders out. Sanders out. He's crashed. He crashed in at turn 12.
I don't think he's out. Well, Sander hasn't crashed.
Oh, it would have been Luke then.
Yeah, I think you meant Luke, yeah. His teammate, that is.
No, I'm a rookie. Give me a break.
Easy mistake to do,
Mm.
easy mistake to do.
They were right next
Nonetheless,
to each other as well. It doesn't help. Yellow is a second
Langfjell
through.
has been passed by Thomas. He's coming back at Thomas now, though, into the first corner. He's not going to be close enough here. What about into turn 3?
Craig Mammoth has retired from the session. He retired from the race. He's out.
Cray Woolley, that is. And Halvor passes Thomas MacGyver. Thomas fancying. Oh, and
No.
Thomas taps the rear of Langfjell a little better.
Ah, you got it wrong that time. That was Bjorn, I'm pretty sure. Langfell.
Ah, I said Langfjell, that is Bjorn.
Oh, you said Halvor, I swear.
No, I didn't.
Mm.
Shh.
And
Oh, and
Christos is out.
Christos is out. And the drivers are dropping like flies there. Already 5 retired cars.
Billy's doing personal bests in the hards and everyone's staying out, so watch out for him. He could be getting into the net lead here.
Billy is sitting in a good position right now, but obviously though, those hards are gonna be so slow at the end. While these others are either gonna be on mediums or softs. Yeah.
Pack's in a good position at the moment. Everyone around is going to pit, so he's going to have clear air to push as hard as he can soon. If he takes it
Well,
long,
that depends.
maybe
He
he
has a
can
few
go on to the
medium
top.
runners ahead of him, but yeah, he's nice. He got a lot of time so far.
Langfell's in.
As Langfield
Ivan,
and
5-second
Ivan
penalty.
both in the pit. 5-second. Oh.
Billy's come to the penultimate corner now. Let's see if he can get past.
What tires are we gonna see Langfield onto? He's onto hards. Ivan is onto hards.
Billy should get the undercar here, and he has.
Oh, and
He's
he
in the
has,
net
and
lead.
he's ahead of both Ivan and Langfield.
Big gap as well, probably about 2 seconds. Yep, 1.8.
Yeah, just about. But I can see that Tim says that his car was just not drivable. He was struggling with temps and tires, and we did catch it a few times.
Yeah, that's quite a big problem around
Yeah,
here.
that it didn't look stable. It looked like he was losing the rear a lot of times, and in the end, when you lose it in turn 12, you're usually out of the race then.
Yeah, game over. Few people done that in F1 also.
Oh yes.
Pack is looking good here, clear air in the lead. Just put a good stint on mediums and he could be looking strong for the end of the race on fresher tyres.
Thomas and Halbert both looking decent in first and second right now. But it's still 20 laps left of this race.
Billy's in the net second by 2.5 seconds.
And we can see that Tom Spicer is going into the pit now. Billy's around the final corner already. Ivan and Langfield is also going to be ahead. What about Matt Romano? He's a little further behind, so I think Tom Spicer will be coming
through
out
penultimate
in
corner now.
7th.
Ah, there's a big gap from 7th to 8th. A big gap.
And Halvor, the most unlucky of the two alphas, after that crash is down in 10th. He's gonna struggle to get a good amount of points today.
Mm.
And we are gonna...
Hat staying very consistent lap times out front, extending the gap to Albert and the Williams.
We're gonna take a look at Thomas to see how his car looks right now, how his tires might be.
Very stable. You're very in control of things.
Well, to be fair, oh, you say that, and a moment later I can see the back end stepping out a little. So I don't know if it's as stable as it looks, but nonetheless, he's managing to drag the car around the track fairly quickly right now.
Very consistent. He's my tip to win the race at the moment.
Oh well, yeah, maybe, but
Luke just scored a penalty.
well, the gap back to Billy is already that big. Actually, it's 19 seconds, and obviously Thomas is going to be on much better tires at the end.
Yeah. He could extend it to soft. But could be a stretch.
Oh, I think Halvor might be struggling a little too. Luke is
Yeah.
right on his back. Well, he's just past Luke actually, I think.
Langfell's closing back up on Rito.
Let's have a look at Halvor too to see how his tires might be. Oh, back end steps a little out of turn 12 there, but not too much, fortunately for him.
Yeah, I think the tyres are going off a bit now. But it should be good for a few more laps,
Yeah,
maybe to
it looks like it for both these two front runners right now, that the tires are dying. They haven't
Yeah, a bit
died
of a slide from
completely,
start.
but they are dying.
I think these tyres could go to lap 16 or 17 most. There's no battles on the moment. Everyone's just racing on their own.
Everyone's just racing on lap times now. That's the only thing they think about. Halvor looks like he might be the first one to possibly catch up to Matt and try to get past.
Langfell's not too far away from Brito, but the gap has been staying relatively the same.
It's looking like they're pretty much on equal pace right now.
Yeah.
On the other end though,
Pat should come out. Thomas should come out near them too.
Halvor is
Billy just got a
catching
penalty.
on Matt.
The net leader's got a penalty.
Ah well.
That could be important because I haven't seen any of the other two guys.
We might not have noticed it, but I'm pretty certain that a lot of drivers are gonna end up with penalties.
Yeah.
Question will be how much penalties, and I don't want to know that before the race is over.
Yeah.
In the
Pat has
meantime,
extended the gap over the second medium round for 5 seconds.
Halvor is creeping closer and closer to Matt Romano. The Racing Point sitting in 8th right now on 9-lap old hard tires, so he pitted early on.
Billy with the fastest lap. Yellow's second 3.
Billy's looking
Phillips
good
out.
right now. Oh, and Phillips out from 12th. No, not Billy, Philip.
I said Philip.
Yeah, I said Billy. I think.
Oh. I think you said Philip.
And we can see that Halvor is now within DRS range on Matt Romano. Halvor sets the fastest lap to... How much of a fight is Matt gonna put up against Halvor here?
And he just lets him through.
Ah, Matt. Matt. Look at this. Billy is almost within touching distance of Johnny Greenwood now.
And Luke's crashed.
Ah, too bad for Luke.
Oh, big wing damage. Pack is 6 seconds.
You know, it is Australia, so a few crashes, I were kinda expecting that.
Yeah.
And look at this, Billy Massam, he's right on the back of Johnny Greenwood now. Old medium tires against fresh hard tires. Well, not fresh anymore, but still decently fresh. And Johnny backs out of the move into turn 1. Is Johnny gonna come back at him into turn 3 here though? He's gonna sit behind. He knows he's not in the fight with Billy this race.
If I were Tack, I would pit right now. The gap's around 19 seconds. It will come out around 2 to 3 seconds behind.
He can't pit yet. If he's pitting now, he's gonna have to pit over to hard tires, I believe.
Yeah, but still. Could be a good option
He's
for
gotta
him.
wait about 5 more laps around there.
The biggest moves in this race are Greenwood and Thomas up 7 and 10 positions.
So far, yeah. Who's the biggest loser though? That would be Langfield and Halvor right now. Obviously, they made their pit stops.
His teammates. Yeah, Langfeld should cycle out in about P2 once everyone pits. P3.
We can see that Langfield is still trying to get within DRS
And the
range
race
on
leader for a
that
penalty.
has there. As Thomas picks up another penalty. I
The
reckon
best thing you can
penalty
do
will
now
have
is
something to say about who wins this race.
probably.
You know, as we're getting closer to the pits window, let's see here. So, Thomas 7 seconds ahead of Haugru obviously, but Haugru also gonna pit, same with Johnny. So Billy is now 19.5 seconds behind Thomas, so I believe Billy would get out ahead. Will be ahead
He'd
of
get out ahead of
Thomas.
Brito. He could get ahead of Johnny.
Well, Johnny is gonna pit, so he's gonna be well ahead of Johnny. But how long is the pit lane here?
I'd say
You think?
about 22 seconds.
Alright, so he might be out.
Oh, he spun it,
just
he spun
ahead.
it, he spun it. And he's got wing damage, he spun it.
Thomas, and
Oh
that
dear.
leaves Haugerud in the lead, and Thomas will be having to pit now, I believe.
He's done the ball hog himself.
And he's not gonna be ahead of Ivan or Langfield anymore. He might
He'll
not be ahead
drop
of.
back behind Langfell, he'll come out in P6. He was looking good for the win here, but now
Are
he's
you
just
sure he's
pinned it.
still not out of his pit box? He's out now. Where is Tom Spicer? Tom Spicer is
Coming around the
around the
final
last
corner.
corner. It's gonna be close between these two.
Yeah, it is.
Tom Spicer
He's gonna get him.
is gonna be just ahead of Thomas MacIver. Well, not just ahead, he's gonna be quite far ahead actually. Oh, but look at this though. Langfield is now making an attack on Ivan Brito. He knows that this might be the lead, might be the battle for the win. And he's gonna put some pressure on the Portuguese now. What do you think, Caden? Ivan or Langfield? Portugal or Norway?
I think Langfell's been fast all race up until the instant, so I think Langfell should get him.
You know, I wouldn't disagree too much about you either, but... Well, to be fair, Billy might still take the win too.
Yeah, Billy's got a 6-second gap to them.
That's actually right, but I have a feeling that Billy is gonna have too much penalties at the end.
He's kept out of trouble, and now he's leading the race. Good race from him.
I gotta say, he's been a little lucky to have if it hadn't been for the crash between the two alphas, he wouldn't have been in the lead right now, but... Well, most likely at least. But Langfield on Ivan Brito into turn 1. Langfield isn't close enough to go for a move there. He's gonna have to try
He's right
something
behind him here,
into
he should
turn
get him.
3.
Brito
Oh,
defends
and
the
look at
inside.
this. Langfield is gonna go around the outside in turn 3. He's gonna try,
Oh,
but
bit of
Ivan
contact.
breaks late enough to stay ahead. And Langfield is
Alder
gonna
was the fastest lap.
stay behind for another lap.
Oh, he spun it. Langfell's out. Well, he isn't out, he
Oh,
spun it.
and Langfield. He's not out, but he's lost his wing, and this is gonna lose him a tremendous amount of time and points.
Halgerud is looking good for a podium now. He's in the net third. And he's on fresher tyres as well.
And Thomas MacIver coming
Brito's
up
made a
to
mistake.
Langfield.
Brito made a big mistake. He lost about 1.5 seconds to Halgerud.
Well, it happens.
He could have wing damage. And he does, his right end plate is missing.
And we can see that Halvor has just passed his teammate Langfield. Langfield is gonna be so frustrated with himself after that one. Ivan, I can see the wing damage you were talking about there.
Yeah, that's going to lose him a lot of time.
It's gonna lose him a lot of time, but I don't think it's gonna lose him too much time to get a podium.
I think he'll still be on for a podium, but Sanders is going to pass him, I think.
Right now, it looks like Billy might be the strongest driver on track for the win. Hauger is probably gonna take second if
Brio just got past Johnny.
Brito passed Johnny, but Brito is struggling with that wing damage.
Johnny could be on, could be going to a softie.
Oh, look at this! Johnny is almost putting a little pressure on Brito here.
Langfield's in the pits.
In for medium tires. I feel confident in saying that Langfield is going to take fastest lap this race.
Probably. He already has it. How do you think?
Oh, and Haugrud on Johnny into turn 12. No, he's going to take better of it. He's going to stay behind
Not very
Johnny.
good actually. Johnny should be staying ahead of him in the DRS on.
Haugrud though, he's looking feisty. He wants to get past Johnny as quick as possible. Johnny on the other hand.
Tires must be done. You saw Thomas spinning after 14 laps. Imagine what Johnny's tires are like.
I mean, Johnny should be pitting this lap or the next lap for soft tires, I believe, and he's going in right now. Tom Spicer is going to be ahead of him. Thomas is going to be ahead.
Billy's got a 10-second lead to second.
Johnny's still sitting in the pit. He should be ahead of Matt Romano, I think. Oh, but it's not going to be too much that separates the two of them. Johnny's out of the pit lane now. Matt Romano is coming alongside him. It's going to be close in turn 1, but Johnny is going to be ahead.
I mean, Matt kind of let him through there.
Yeah, I think Matt realized that Johnny was on soft tires and that it was a fight he would have lost.
But the gap is 13 seconds to Halvor at the moment.
Oh, and look at this, Haugrud. He's right on the back of Ivan.
Billy's got this one on the bag. He's 10 seconds ahead. Unless he makes a mistake, he's got the win in the bag.
Oh, Matt Romano with a time penalty. And Haugrud's fancying a move around the outside of Ivan. He's still on the outside of Ivan here.
Oh,
but he's gonna have to stay behind here. Then coming on to the start-finish straight. If he gets a good run of the last corner now, he should be able to make a pass at Ivan here. And it's not too much separating the two of them. He's on the outside. This is a move that rarely goes well, but they both get through well. And Hauger has taken the position. Thomas McIver putting up the fastest lap there.
Which is very unlikely.
What about Thomas McIver? He's on the back of Tom Spicer now. Tom Spicer on 10 laps old mediums.
Taxman 7 fastest lap, left, right and centre. He's looking really fast. He should dispatch him quickly.
He's looking fast, but he's made too many mistakes today.
Langfield's just for the fastest lap.
Langfield with fastest lap. I don't think anyone is going to beat that today unless Callum in 11th maybe pits in for soft tires right at the end.
Well, he's in 10th now. He's got Luke.
Oh.
Sanders.
But Callum Anderson takes it anyway from Langfield.
Sanders closed up by a couple of seconds of Billy.
Oh, we might actually get a fight between Billy and Hauger right at the end then. In the meantime, Thomas McIver on the back of Tom Spicer into turn 1. He's gonna go for the inside line. Tom Spicer is still
Ooh.
there. Tom is gonna hang around the outside. He's gonna still be ahead. But what about into turn 3 as Thomas is still close? He's gonna dive it. Well, he's dived it, but it didn't go that deep actually.
Good move.
Good and fair move by Thomas there.
Now if he wanted to break away, just got to catch up to Bruto.
3.7. He's been quicker than Brado the last few laps. Brado has wing damage, but I think it might be just a little too much to catch up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the front, Sanders, the gap to Felix and Sanders is 10 seconds. That's what Amazon Insights, what they think the striking distance and chance of overtaking is.
He's lost time, so I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up then.
He should be in striking distance. Well, he's not going to be in striking distance. 20% chance of overtaking.
Halvor Shantweit are getting close to Tom Spicer though.
He's on soft as well. He should get past Tack as well. He could be on for the podium. Watch out for him and Tom Pitts.
Oh no. Halvor is. Oh, Tom Pitts. Oh yeah. Well, that pushes Halvor up to 5th.
Tack is catching. Well, Thomas is catching Brito, and Halvor is catching Thomas. So we could be on for a three-way battle at the end here.
And that would be nice if we get it. Matt Romano is gonna be now in 7th, just ahead of Tom Spicer. Tom Spicer though on fresh mediums. Matt Romano and on 19 laps old hard tires. Those aren't gonna be too fun to drive around on.
No, not really. They aren't really too fun to drive.
Thomas McIver still edging closer to Ivan Brito. We have 7 laps left.
He's gonna get DRS here. Gap is 1.3 coming into the last sector. Especially with Brito's wing damage. 1.1 the gap. He's just outside of DRS, he might get it.
21. Did he just about manage to get it in DRS?
Well, the gap is
doesn't have DRS, but look at the run he's gotten out of the last corner. He's going to be right on the back of Ivan. Then coming into turn 3, he's going to launch an attack. Ivan, it's time to go defensive. He does go defensive. Thomas have to do it around the outside of Ivan. He doesn't manage to, but look at the switchback. He's trying. But on the outside in these corners, it's impossible to make a move work there.
Especially with the wing damage. Going around the outside of Brio is not a good move. He would understeer a lot. Oh, and he's hit him. Possible wing damage. Bit of a light up.
I don't know if you... Oh, and what are Thomas trying to do? He's trying to go on the inside when it's just grass there.
Wing damage. He's got no front end plate.
And Thomas...
There goes his wing fully. Oh dear. Halvor looks to be on for a podium.
I don't know what Thomas has been doing here. This is kind of what I've been talking about for Thomas. He's been quick all season, but he's just not able to keep his cool in certain situations, and I think he just got a little too feisty there at the end. He got a little desperate and starting doing moves he shouldn't have tried on.
Yeah, without a mistake, he could be first right now, but he isn't. And as he dives into the pits.
Dives into the pit, and that will leave us with Halvor and Ivan fighting it out for P3 now. And they're both
should have this.
Well, they're both on old hard tires, so there is no tire advantage here.
There's the downforce advantage.
Well, there is that.
Yellow flag, sector 2.
And after 20 laps, we can see that Matt Romano is pitting on his hard tires. Interesting. I don't think oh, he's gonna go for fastest lap, going over for soft tires. Halvor is almost within DRS range on Ivan.
He is now. He should gain a lot of time for this chicane as well. The gap is 8 tenths. Oh, there's Callum. I think he just crashed.
Oh my god. Well, at least it doesn't look like he deserved these two fighting for the podium. You can see that Christos crashed out earlier in the race, just left about now.
Yeah. Halvor's gonna happen here.
Halvor on the back of Ivan.
He's not really turning up the ERS.
To turn 1, he's not going to go for a move here. He knows that it's a bigger possibility into turn 3. And he's now right on the back of Ivan Brito. I don't know if he's actually close enough. He's going to go for it. Nah. What about Thomas MacGyver? Thomas is right on the back of Bjorn Einar Langfield going on to the start-finish straight, and we know that Thomas, he's not going to go for a move.
Meanwhile, in all of this, Sanders pulled out an 11-second gap to Brito.
Oh yeah.
Big gap.
But look at this though. Thomas MacGyver on the back of Langfield. He's not close enough to make a move here this time. And we're gonna jump over to the battle for third place at the moment. Ivan Brito with...
Up the DRS on.
Oh, Halvor taking a corner cut there.
He's turning off his DRS.
And he's gonna try to make a move around the outside of Ivan here. He's gonna try to make a switchback move. Ivan covers that off. Good defending from Ivan there.
Oh, he's gone for a dive. Ooh.
Oh, he's not gonna for a dive. He just braked later. Then on to the start-finish straight, and Halvor has gotten a much better exit here. He's gonna go for a move into turn 1. Ivan blocks off the inside. Halvor around the outside of Ivan Brito.
And he's got the move done.
And what a move. But is Ivan gonna take this, or is he gonna fight back into turn 3? He was thinking about it, but he's gonna have to concede this one.
Watch for tackle on Langfeld, he's got DRS on him.
Oh, he's looking. Thomas, he's gonna try, but he's gonna go for it.
Still side by side. And he's got the DRS onto this straight.
Thomas is out of ERS. Langfield is gonna attack him back. He's gonna stay back for now.
And Matt got the fastest lap.
Romano sets fastest lap.
What a god.
Ivan Brito has dropped a little off Halvor. I don't think he will be able to get back at Halvor.
Nah, if I was him, I'd just try and not make mistakes and just carry on the rest of the race, because Johnny isn't going to catch him. Langford's out of DRS from Thomas.
But Thomas is pushing a lot though. He's out of ERS at the moment. Langfield's
got loads of ERS.
Yeah, exactly. So Thomas shouldn't feel too comfortable with... If Thomas turns down his ERS and Langfield pushes it up, he could maybe get back into the battle for 7th.
Sanders catching Billy a lot. If Billy gets some penalties, Sander could win, but it's unlikely. But great drive from Sander.
Well, to be fair, Billy's done 20 laps on those medium tires now.
So the tires very well.
They shouldn't be too good anymore.
Tat could be up there in second, maybe even the lead if he didn't bottle it.
Well, to be fair, if there were no crashes, no altercations or anything, I think it would have looked a lot closer at the top. But I think all inside of top 4 would have still been there, with a touch of Langfield and Thomas.
Alfa Romeos were the fastest on the day, I think, but the most consistent was Billy, and he's bringing it home for the win.
is a matter of time penalties, and I just have a bad feeling for Billy that he has a few too many penalties.
The gap is 7 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So he's got a big
But
gap.
well, to be fair, that gap will probably be less than 6 seconds passing the
We're
finish line from
it's
last time.
6.5 now.
Yeah, exactly.
If Sander puts in a good stint, he could catch up and win on penalties.
If Billy has enough penalties, that is. But we're not gonna check that. We're gonna leave that to be seen after the race as a surprise. In the meantime, we can just see that Hauger is putting in good lap times now. He's down to 6.2 seconds behind Billy.
Watch out for tackle Tom. Or Thomas and Tom.
Oh.
He's almost in DRS and he's on fresher mediums. One just fresher.
Thomas on Tom. The two T's. TT.
Tom and Tom.
Well, nonetheless, coming up to turn 12 here, Thomas is getting closer.
Tom has got a lot more ERS to play with.
Yeah, I think that could be an issue for Thomas here. He doesn't know how to save his ERS around there, it looks like, and he's gonna struggle to. He might struggle to get past Tom if Tom has enough. And to be fair, Tom does have a lot more ERS.
Very wide
he puts it up into overtake. Thomas is gonna run out of ERS in a moment.
Tom looks like he's far ahead enough to the point where Thomas won't go for a move. Final lap.
Oh my god, that looked like Thomas got close
late braking. He's gonna have to go for it out of this game.
5.6 separating the front runners. Billy is almost out of ERS 2, so he doesn't have much to
catching
push
loads.
with.
Billy come for the normal corner.
Billy through the final corner. He's gonna come up to the finish line in his Ferrari, taking the win in Australia. Then in second place we have Sondre Sorhaug at the moment. He's gonna go over the line and he's 2.5 behind then.
Good race from both of them.
Halvor Schontveit. It's been a bit of a messy race for him today, but he's coming over the line in third place.
Tackle Tom. Oh, they've crashed. Both of them have crashed. Tom's got spun round. They both have damage.
That is a shame, but Ivan Brito over the line in fourth. Johnny Greenwood will go over the line in fifth.
Tom hangs on to sixth after his incident with
Tom over the line in sixth. Then Langfjell takes sixth on penalties. Thomas McIver drops down to eighth in the end.
Well, Matt's not too far behind.
Over the line.
Matt could get him as well.
Oh, you're right. Well, it didn't look like he did it, and he didn't. Matt comes over the line in ninth. And I will have to say, the crash by the not two Toro Rossos, but by the two Alphas together today, that is surprising. But it is Billy Mossam on the top step of the podium, avoiding a lot of the carnage, dragging those hard tires for 22 laps, and taking home the win in the end. And
good performance by him.
Okay, yeah, very good performance by him.
He's my driver of the day.
Oh, definitely. From 9th to 1st for Billy. Then Sondre Sorhaug in 2nd, Halvor Schontveit in 3rd. Sondre also with a great race then. Ivan Brito in 4th. Then we have Johnny Greenwood from 14th to 5th, avoiding a lot of the carnage, getting a good position in the end. Langfield from pole to 6th, then Tom Spicer in 7th. Thomas McIver in 8th, Matt Romano in 9th, 10th will be Luke Baker and Cal Anderson in 11th. Philip, Christos, Craig Woolley, Tim Egermal and Shane all DNFing in the race. And I've just seen in the PSN chat that Thomas McIver has just said, I'm officially poo. Well, we're gonna see if we can get the drivers on the podium in for interviews. What could have been? So it should be him. True. Yes. Oh, why can't I find Billy? So let's see if we can get these podium drivers in for interviews. There we have one of them. That's 2.
3.
And that's 3. So we're gonna start off with 3rd place, and that would be you, Halvor.
Yep.
And well, Halvor, I've asked about it earlier in this season. Like, when are we gonna see the alphas, like battling it out as the constructor is looking better and better? And today, an alpha crash with each other. What happened?
We didn't crash with each other.
Oh.
I was getting past him and got like half a second gap, I think, maybe more. And I locked my rears and spun around. And he had to do evasive action to not crash into me when I was.
Well, that's news to us.
Alright, well, we did not catch that, so we thought it was a major alpha crash
No.
with a little sparks between you two, but it was actually just a mistake by you and very unlucky by him then. Well, then I think that is out of the window then. Thought sparks were firing and everything, and then it's just a mistake. Well, nonetheless, quality though. So close between you two alphas today. Like, do you think you could have taken pole, or did you actually get the best out of your lap?
The time that I got in the end was just really a banker time. I was driving quite safe, and yeah, I did a mistake on my last lap, and I think I was 5/10 up when I made the mistake, so I think I could have beaten it, but yeah, it was to my teammates, so not really that bitter about
it. As long as it is your teammate, you're not gonna be that bitter about it. Well, in the race then, you two started in 1st and 2nd, and both of you were looking pretty good at the beginning, but after the virtual there, you seemed like you had a really bad restart to the race. Your team was right at your rear and just launched it up your inside. I think you did. And like, what went through your mind when that restart happened?
At the moment, I felt like it was a bit over aggressive, but when I look back at it now, I think it was fair of him to go for that move. I felt that I got maybe a tad too little space, but yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it was a bad restart. My delta was suddenly very low out of a corner there, so and it was ending, so it was under a tenth. So I was in the end quite lucky to not get a penalty from it. So yeah, just bad for me, really.
Well, it happens. It happens. After that, apparently not a crash, just a real lock up from you. You were left with kind of trying to do damage limitation for the rest of the race, and at that point, did you think you would be able to actually place yourself on the podium in the end?
I had hopes for it, but I knew that if I had to, I would need the guys in front of me to do mistakes, and the mistakes happened. So I just drove what I could and tried to be consistent. And I won't say I'm very happy with it. I felt like I should have been up there battling with the lead guys, but yeah, I can't complain too much when I got a podium in the end.
True, true. Any questions from you, Caden?
What was going through your mind when your teammates won?
I didn't really. I think it was sad. I hoped that he would go up there and do a good race. So when I heard that he did a mistake, I was gutted for him. Hope that if I was way down, I hope that he got a result for the team. So yeah.
Yeah, sad for the team as well.
Yeah, I felt like we had the pace to be up there, and at least I feel like we both should have been on the podium today. But it a part of the
you both had the pace.
Yeah, a part of the thing is to keep the car on the track. So when you don't do that, you don't get the result you're looking for.
Mhm.
You're so very right at that. Well, next track is Japan. So, how are you looking ahead of that?
It's I like the track. I like the S's especially, and not really the best for the stream, I think, but hopefully it'll be just a calm and nothing spectacular Grand Prix.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be calm and not spectacular. It's always spectacular in F3, but still, congratulations on yet another podium this season for you, and good luck for Japan.
Thank you.
And we are going over to second place, and that it would be you, Sondre Sorhaug.
A little bit.
So, first of all, congratulations on second today, and well, quali first of all. What happened? I don't think you were supposed to start on those medium tires, but
Yeah, I was planning on starting on the mediums.
alright, well, in that case, did you feel like you got the most out of that medium lap, or was there still time in it?
I think there was still some time. I was planning on getting a second run in, but then I got disconnected, so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. Well, you got in, fortunately, and were able to race, and I actually remember at the start of the race you were sitting in sixth, and there were a lot of cars battling against each other, and you lost a few positions. So, what happened in the opening laps from your perspective?
And the mediums, no, they don't get any heat. I was robbed off the line, and then people crashed, and I got up again.
All right, well, I mean that's quite a fair explanation. But obviously, then later on in the race, you and Thomas were still out on track. The others had already pitted, and well, I don't know if you knew about all the carnage with the other drivers that had happened, but did you think that you were on for a second place at that point?
No, not really. But then I think Thomas bottled it in the penultimate corner, so
I
got first into the pits.
Yeah, Thomas did. Thomas did a Thomas.
Thomas, little Thomas.
I think he lost his head at some point there, and well, it ended as it usually does when you lose your head. It ends badly, but ended up in second place though, and like, how are you looking at the rest of the season? I think you've gotten podium in every race you've done soon or something.
I think it's maybe it's the 6th podium now, out of 7 or something. It's pretty nice records, but I think later on I'll miss a couple of races, so I don't think the championship is something to worry about. Just single races.
Ah, well, that's too bad. Looking, especially considering that you're catching up a little today, but I mean, that's how it is, I guess. Any questions from you, Caden?
What was going through your mind when you had the bad start, and what happened?
I was really just hoping for Carnage, and then Carnage came to me, and like
Really?
basically the podium. So
And you got it.
yeah,
Good drive.
Thanks.
Alright, so I guess that was his question then. Japan is next, Sondre. Good at that track. What do you expect?
Carnage, rain, crashes. Pretty much that's it.
You mentioned rain there. Would you hope for rain or would you hope for dry?
Preferably it will be wet conditions.
Interesting.
I
I don't
think
think
the
many
same.
people are. I don't think many people are gonna say the same as you there.
Well, I
Nonetheless,
will.
though, congratulations on your second place today, and good luck for Japan.
Thank you.
And we'll move over to first place and today's race winner, Billy Mossum.
Yeah.
So first of all, congratulations on, I believe it's your second win this
Second.
season. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you were involved with something when you pitted or if you were just trying to undercut, but like what happened there?
Just tires were dead. I seen my teammates spin, so I was like, I ain't risking it. So I went in.
Good call
So-
then, I guess. You did avoid
Yeah, you got
some
major
carnage.
undercut.
Yeah.
And well, when everybody else pitted, what were you thinking? I mean, you did. I guess you saw where you were and knew what were going on with the guys ahead of you. So,
Yeah.
like, did you
I
think?
I didn't want to get wing damage or anything. I just sat behind.
It's a good thing to do sometimes. And I don't know if you knew that you were on for the win at that point, or
No.
did
I
you?
thought I was net P2 or something.
Yeah, well, you were net PV2 behind
Yeah,
Thomas,
until Thomas had a bit of a mistake.
yeah, a little mistake you can say. A spin and a half, and well, pretty much pushed him out of the run for the win. But
Yeah.
your teammate, though, you did mention it. He struggled, and he struggled for a lot of the season. You've also had races where you struggled. So, like, what do you think is the realistic aim for the Ferraris now?
I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of fair enough.
A man of many words.
Well, I know that
I mean, we push each other, so anything can happen.
Well, I mean, you're still in 4th in the constructor, not too far behind the Williams and Mercedes team, but still a gap up there. Do you think you can get on to the top 3 in the constructor, or?
I don't know. I want to catch them alphas, but it's not happening.
That's gotta be difficult. It was 200 points before this race, so it's not impossible though. So if you and Tim can both get in some good races, you never know.
1-2 every race for the rest of the season.
High hopes. The rest of the season would be difficult, I think. But next race is Japan, though. So good race for you, or?
If it's dry, yeah.
Alright, so you're definitely not
wet,
hoping for wet.
No, I'm really rubbish in the rain.
Split opinions here. Billy
I
doesn't
am.
want wet. Sander really wants wet. Could be interesting to see what it is then. Questions from you, Caden?
Did you ever think you were going to lose on penalties, or did you have it under control the whole race?
I kept asking my engineer about the guy behind me penalty, and I just kept pushing and pushing, pushing. So,
And you got the win.
And my tyres were like 70 odd when I crossed the line. So
Ooh.
it would one more lap, I probably would have got a puncture.
Yeah, Sander was catching up on you loads there with those
I know.
tyres.
But
Good race from you.
yeah,
Alright, well, I guess
hopefully I can do it next week as well.
well, you never know. There is always a possibility. So, with that, congratulations on your second race win of the season, and good luck for next week.
Hopefully there's more.
Hopefully there is more. Well, Caden then. Well, I think you actually said it earlier that Billy is your driver of the day, and I pretty much agree on that. One of the few drivers managing to avoid most of the carnage, and
P9 to P1.
yeah, P9 to P1 is a strong achievement there. So pretty much agreed on that one then. And I don't know if you have anything more to add to the stream before we end off.
It's my first time commentating. I didn't think I was too bad, but you know, it was okay.
Well, I think you've done a fairly decent job. A few name mix-ups a few times, but that was kind of expected too. So I think you've done a good job, and we'll probably see more of you later on in this season then, I guess.
Yep.
And with that, we are gonna end off the stream. This has been IRL F3 round 11 around Australia.
See you next week.
Commentary have been brought by myself, Sondre Sorhaug, and Caden Forbes. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to watch some more. Next race would be IRL F1 at Saturday next week at 6 PM around Japan. With that, I hope you enjoyed your time here, and good night.
Good night, everyone.